Course structure. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be going through these various topics each week. First week, we're going to be talking about why use WordPress. What is it that WordPress has, which is making us choose to use it. After that, we'll install WordPress on a web server, and then we'll get started and have a look at WordPress on that web server. Following week, we'll look at publishing content. So we'll look at what kind of things we can put on WordPress in terms of the posts and the pages and how you go about publishing content. Week after that, we'll look into plugins. Plugins is the way of extending WordPress. So there's probably thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of plugins out there, which are free, which are paid, which are simple, which are complex, that do different things. And the advantage of using a plugin is that you don't necessarily need to know much about how it works. You just simply install it in your WordPress and basically configure it and customize it, and you're up and running. So the week after that, we'll look at themes. Themes is a way of giving like a good look and feel of WordPress in terms of layout of the website, of the design. So you can find free themes to get you started. You can also find themes which you can pay for, which give you very good looking professional websites. And again, it's just a matter of installing these themes. It's very easy to do. It doesn't require any programming at this level. All it requires is customization using the facilities of WordPress. Week after that, we'll look into widgets. Again, widgets are a way of taking things which you've installed in WordPress and then laying them out in a different position on the different pages. Obviously, you also want to introduce media as well, so you might want to add pictures, photos, videos, and such. So we're going to be looking into that on how you can add these kind of things in WordPress. Also, every website has menus, so we're also going to be looking into menus and how you can add menus to WordPress. Week after that, we're going to be looking again more into more plugins. Every website generally has a contact us form, so we're going to be showing you how to build the contact us form. And at the same time, we're also going to be looking at how people can come to your website and they can register their email so that you can send them newsletters in the future. And again, we'll show you plugins, how you can build these newsletters, how you can subscribe users and vice versa, and send out these newsletters. So the week after that, we're going to look into the various languages that we need to learn and parts of HTML, PHP, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery. These are all which WordPress uses, and these are all which WordPress requires. So if we start to learn these things, then we'll have the basics of being able to do some sort of customization beyond the UI customization that is provided in WordPress. We can go in and see the way that WordPress works, and we can actually make some more further customizations in the coding if required. And again, because this is a detailed subject, we're going to be going over it again in more detail the following week. And depending on how this goes, we may need to perhaps do another week on it. So we'll have to see how far we get within these 2 weeks of learning these languages. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and PHP. The week after that, we'll look at web architecture. So it's very important to understand how a web server works and how your web browser works, and what happens when they're communicating with each other. And that really has a direct impact on the code itself. Where is the PHP code being run? Where is the HTML code being run? How do these things work? And once you get a better understanding, you'll be in a much better position to code when you get to that level. We'll also be looking at a control panel. With the control panel, you can do various things: set up databases, set up websites, set up applications. So again, we'll look into that the following week. Week after that, we'll look at two more plugins. The important plugins we'll look into is e-commerce ones. And these are various plugins where you can turn your WordPress website into an e-commerce website where you can upload products and prices and people can buy with the payment gateway. And we'll also look at social media. So, how can you make your website more social media aware so people can share these things in Facebook, Twitter, etc. when they see the posts and articles they like. And, how can you make sure that they end up in these different social media websites? And then finally, again, if we have enough time, and we're going to look at AppPresser. AppPresser is basically another plugin where you can take your WordPress website and it can create for you a mobile app, and then this mobile app you can put onto the stores. So again, we'll look into that as well.